You could have unclaimed money waiting to be deposited. This week, checks went out to 4,000 Mississippians as part of a proactive data match from the State Treasury Department. Joining us with more on this unclaimed money, State Treasurer David McRae. Thanks so much for making time to be here with us today.
I'm glad to be here this morning. I'm glad to talk about this great program.
Yeah, so this is just the first batch of checks to go out. The Treasury Department's planning on issuing about $10 million to Mississippians. How many Mississippians can expect to have a check in the mail?
Well, so this is the first batch of a many batches we plan to do. This first batch is going to be government checks, which is like tax refunds, salaries, benefits that people didn't collect. And we estimate about 4,000 people, 5,000 people will get a check on this first phase. And by the time it's done, there'll be tens of thousands of Mississippians collecting about tens of millions of dollars. And after this first phase is done, we're going to start incorporating more other checks like direct deposits, not direct deposits, excuse me, deposits and things of that nature. And then we're just going to go from there. But we want to get the money back to the people of Mississippi. It's y'all's money, not the government's. And we think y'all can do better with it than we can.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a nice surprise for people receiving those checks. How long do you think these phases will take? I know that you said this is the first phase. How many are you guys looking at?
We're looking at least 5 phases on this first grouping, and then we're going to see how it worked and if we need to make any changes, what we can do to make it more efficient. And then we'll do another group of phases. This is something that'll be a permanent fixture here at the State Treasury, and we just want to get money back as easy as possible. That was one of my main missions when I became treasurer, was to get unclaimed money back to the people's hands as quickly as possible. We did that with the e-file system at treasury.ms.gov, and this is just the next evolutionary step of that.
Right, and I know this batch is coming from unclaimed state-issued checks. Can you talk a little bit about what those checks may be from? Things like tax returns, like that?
Yeah, it's primarily going to be tax returns and tax refunds. And I can't stress enough that anyone that gets one, it is an official check from the state of Mississippi. It comes from with a letter from me in an envelope with my name on it. So it's not a scam. Just know that this is a real check from the state of Mississippi, and it's your money. And I want you to cash that money as quickly as possible, because these government issued checks, they will void quickly. So when you get one, cash it, deposit it, and use it for Christmas or whatever you want to use it for.
Yeah, back in August, we had you on the 4 o'clock show talking about unclaimed money from things like security deposits, wills and estates. How long do people have to go to the Treasury Department website to see if they may have unclaimed money there?
Well, if it's a government issued check and you're not getting it in like our automatic returns like we're doing this week and from here on out, if it's not one of those, it stays at the Treasury forever. And the big thing is you can go to treasury.ms.gov, look up your name, your business name, your friends and family, and tell your friends and family that they have money, and it will be there and forever. But if it's a government issued check, it has a lifespan. So I cannot stress enough that if it's a tax refund, you need to go ahead and cash or deposit that immediately.
All right. Thank you, State Treasurer David McRae. I'm sure Mississippians really appreciate all the work you're doing there, and they'll be happy to receive some of those checks in the mail.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me this morning.